We're bringing you guys one of the hottest stocks on the market right now. This stock constantly makes headlines. It has more than the chance to double itself within the next 5 years, and that stock is Tesla. This stock, I'm telling you what, it's at a point right now where it's almost too good to resist. Almost too good to resist. And real quick, this is not financial advice. Everything we say here is for entertainment purposes only, so keep that in mind. Always consult your own financial advisor when investing because it's real risk. But Tesla just came out with their earnings. What was it, like yesterday, Monday? I think it was Monday, 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was Monday.
Something like that. Really good earnings, really great earnings. I think it was one of their best, if not their best, since they came to the market. We have so many bullish investors on this stock right now, and one of the biggest ones is ARK Invest. ARK Invest is extremely bullish on Tesla, but we're going to get into all that information here right now. So let's just start out with their earnings that they just came out with. Starting there, earnings killed it because it's Tesla, obviously. They reported a net income of $438 million for the quarter one of 2021. Just in one quarter, $438 million. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Right. But they had 93 cents per share on a $10.39 billion in revenue. $10.39 billion in revenue. Yeah. And they had 184,000 deliveries in quarter one. I think they're aiming for anywhere between 800 and 900,000 deliveries for quarter one of 2020. Or obviously, through the year. Sorry, I'm a clown. Through the year. About 800 to 900,000 deliveries for the year, which is astonishing, like blowing it out of the water. They do have competition, but the competition right now is really nowhere close to the amount of deliveries that Tesla's putting out.
Right. I mean, the Shanghai factory that's now up and cranking out cars that can do 500,000 a year,
right?
Just out of that. So that's they finally got that up and going, and it's producing cars. So that's massive for the company.
Right. So now it's like we're going to look at the stock. It's like should you invest into Tesla? Should you wait? Should you buy? That's up for you to decide. But we're going to give you guys the facts to help you guys decide whether or not to do that. But let's go ahead and just hop into it. So if we look at Lucid Tracking, which basically tracks all of ARK Invest buying and selling of certain stocks, and we all know that ARK Invest is really bullish on Tesla. They gave ARK gave Tesla a $3,000 average. I think it was an average price target in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, a bullish of 4. Yeah. And
that's crazy.
Katie Wood, over there at ARK, Cathie Woods, she came out and said that she believes that their ride sharing service, that Tesla's going to be starting ride sharing. And this is including any of the Tesla solar roofs, the power walls. They're just killing it in cars alone, let alone all that other stuff that's still kind of making its way onto the market. But
yeah, whenever they do the full self-driving, and that's like they're going to have a subscription-based model for that. That's,
right.
That's going to be another big thing.
Right, a massive thing. If we look at, again, the ARK thing here, 3 million shares held in their ARK queue as of the 28th of April. Freaking 3 million shares, which is a market value or a market share price of $2 billion, just over $2 billion. That is freaking ridiculous. And they have 500,000 shares in some of their other 900,000 in some of their other ARK,
ETFs.
The ETFs and stuff like that. But dude, they are extremely bullish, which makes me kind of keep an eye on it because of the fact that ARK's been known to win. ARK has been known to win. They were given crap when they were fully believing in Tesla, and then look where Tesla ran. Tesla ran up to $3,000 before the split. And then everyone called ARK crazy because they're so heavy on them, and then look where it put them. And now look at them again. And, people are kind of like, oh, maybe they're not as crazy as we thought they were. I'm right there with you. Tesla, if we look at the stock on stockcharts.com, we look at this stock, we always look at these charts when we're entering or exiting a position to find out whether or not it's a good time to enter or exit. But this one's kind of giving me mixed feelings right now because of the chart itself. So we'll look at the RSI. The RSI is right where you want it. This pretty much tells us whether or not the stock is overbought or oversold. And right now we're sitting below that 50, which is right where we want to be. That's telling me that it's kind of just like in a neutral position right now. We're hanging on to the 50-day moving average, kind of below it right now, but not by much. But it's kind of just hanging out there. What kind of this is what's giving me the mixed feelings right now is the full STO is down, which Normally, you would think that would be towards the middle, considering the RSI is there and we're on the 50-day moving average. But considering it's down, tells me that it seems like a lot of people are kind of selling out of it right now, and it's still in a good buying price. So to me, is Tesla in a good buying price right now? I think so, considering some of the price targets that they have.
And it's below the 50 on the RSI, because before this correction, usually it would sit between 50 and 70. I mean, most stocks would. Anytime it would touch back down to 50, it would go back up to 70. So, as you can kind of see towards the left end of that chart, but. I mean, I think it's a good time to buy right now. I think it's oversold, and just some of the price targets on this thing is pretty much 100% gain from where you're at right now. Almost. Yeah,
some of those price targets are actually really high. I know there's a couple investors that are giving it like $12.50, I believe, upwards of the 1200s, and then there's a couple of them giving the 900s. So Tesla still has massive growth, anywhere from 50 to 100% from where it's at right now. And I think averaging in would be a great thing to do. Again, this is what we would be doing, what we're doing. We're not telling you guys to do this. You guys use all the information we give you. Do your own research, continue your research, and invest wisely on your own. Disclaimer.
Right now would be a good time to dollar cost average, because it is down. So I mean, it'd be a good time to throw in your first little chunk.
Right. Throw it a little bit in, and then wait a couple weeks, throw a little bit more in, just keep throwing it in. And then the last thing we want to look at is tip ranks, because we're looking at basically their price target for Tesla, and the average right now that they're giving it is 645, which is actually a 5% decrease from where it's at right now, and it's kind of changing because the market's still open. But that's kind of shocked me a little bit, honestly. I was expecting that to be a little bit higher, but the fact that the 1200 is the high is, to me, is phenomenal. Like, that's where we want to be with, that's a little under 100%. That's where we want to be,
Yeah, I'm surprised the average is not more towards like 700, low 700s, but it's probably that low of 67, some big old bear down there that hates Tesla. So it's bringing the average
Which
down.
That bear is the freaking media. I'm going to say it, and I'm not even going to shy from it. The media hates Tesla. They hate it with a passion.
They hate Tesla until Tesla does really good, and then all of a sudden they like it again.
Right, and it is annoying because it's literally hurting companies for them to bat. It's because it doesn't fit their agenda. And this is another topic for another day. We're going to talk about that another day. We're not doing it now. But the media hates them, and that's the bottom line, because I said so. Also, but this is a 12-month forecast. Most people don't look into this. They're like, oh, how is this stock going to get that high? This is a 12-month forecast. So they're saying from 12 months from now, they see Tesla hitting $1,200. A few analysts see it hitting that high. Same thing with NIO. NIO has a 12-month forecast of like $80 from where it's at now. More than double. So it's like, you have to look into these kind of things, but it does have a low of 67, which that's that bear. That's the CNN, the Fox News, the media down here at the 67, because they hate Tesla because it's a different.
They just want cheap shares too. Probably.
Right. But if we look down here, we can see that all the analysts. There's a bunch of different analysts, a bunch of bears. Here's your bears. 67. 90% decrease from where we're at right now. But you do have the big
imagine?
Right. Could you freaking imagine? But we do have Mizuho, which we reported earlier, 820, which is a 20% increase, and then 970, and then a big old freaking bull down here, $1,000. But they just keep going, So yeah, it's kind of got mixed feelings. But I think Tesla. I firmly believe in Tesla. I'm probably with ARK on this one. I don't know if I see them hitting 5,000 or 4,000, but I can see them at least pushing, 2,500 in the next 3 to 5 years.
That's what I was gonna say, around 2,000 at least.
So I know they're trying to push all that, they want to push the climate stuff, they want to push the EVs, make things
there's more incentives.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think that's going to be a big reason on why Tesla is going to climb, because we're going to see great things come out of Tesla and other EVs as they enter the American markets. But there's only one way to find out, and that's by waiting. Again, that's pretty much going to wrap up the video. So hopefully you guys like this kind of stuff. If you guys do, hit that share, like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. And don't forget to sub the channel. It's the best way to stay up to date on all things NIO, Tesla, all the market information and news. We give it to you guys daily, on a daily basis, in multiple videos. So if you guys like that, you know what to do. We got links down in the description as well for Webull, where you deposit $100 and get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,800. So who doesn't like free money there? Also, links down there for the merchandise if you guys are interested in that, and the link to get into the Patreon, which gets you access to our Discord with the members and all of the portfolios over there. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.